John Doordan, you know that you did nothing but backstab me from the moment you met me. From the moment you met Tracy and I in that restaurant in Montecito Village, Pam's favorite restaurant, you came on to Tracy. She knew from that night forward that if ever anything was wrong in our relationship, she had you. You were infatuated with her. You had to have her. This could be a Dateline episode, what you did to me, backstabber. You've done nothing but backstab me ever since you met me. But in January 2008, when you got together with the Lopkers and the Ottos, and you and Tracy, based on you, buddy, because you know what a weakling Tracy is, both morally and mentally, you and her colluded with the Lopkers and the Ottos to steal my royalties. But know that my son was still living with you guys under the same house, and he overheard you, and I know, based on him overhearing you guys, what was going on. And here's what I know from the other side, from the spiritual side. Pam actually wanted to settle with me, and you and Carl talked her out of it. You talked Tracy out of it. You're responsible for everything, John Doordan, and I'm going to do everything in my power to get you to tell the truth. John, if you don't do it now, which means you publicly state everything about the swindle to my satisfaction, and you get that invoice paid. The invoice is fair, and I've already given the Lopkers and the Ottos and you a chance for a 60% discount, up to that, if you want to take it. Now, I hope a bunch of other people buy a bunch of shares, so they have to be paid. But understand, this is the fairest thing that I could possibly have done. They both stole my Tevasandal royalties, and I named QAD, and because James Pravat and Carl Lopker decided to swindle me out of making me an employee, they made me an independent contractor. Even though it was a swindle and a fraud, it resulted in my now being able to say that name QAD, it's for sale. And Carl Lopker, in big, giant letters, turned me down on it. And then about a month later, when I was driving my son to school, I saw that they had changed the name of the company to what I had said, QAD. John Doordan, I'm going to do everything in my power. I'm going to put your name and address and Tracy's name and address on this website. The next video that I make, if you don't come to your senses and do the right thing, I'm also going to put Tracy's father's address on this, because he knows that there are UFO, there are alien spacecraft underneath Fort Huachuca. He knows that, he's seen them, he has seen aliens himself. So I want him to be visited by the UFO community, because he's the real deal, people. He really knows. They really came. He's the one who said Roswell's real. It really happened, just like it was first reported. There are both dead and living aliens. He knows it. It must be why why the world is so crazy. It's part of it. I must be part of the good side, because that's all I stand for, John Doordan. But understand, after that, I'm going to offer, it's the only thing I have. I have shares in the swindle invoice. I'll offer anyone 1,000 shares in the swindle invoice to get you on camera telling the truth about you all, how you all swindled me. And you all swindled Tracy. You made her a fool, John. Everyone, including Chrissy and David, who were at that dinner when we first met you and you first came on to my wife, everyone knows Tracy made a big fool and a big whore of herself, dumping me for QAD success. Nobody else knew about the royalty swindle. Now everyone's going to find out. And Bonnie Baker, you cannot unhear any of this stuff. And anyone who works for QAD, any customer of the Lockers, deserves to know the truth about who they are. And I deserve to have my invoice paid, Bonnie Baker. And I'm asking you both to help facilitate getting the invoice paid and buying shares. You buy shares and I offer them. I want to know that the best people to buy shares in my swindle invoice are people who work for Pam and Carl Locker, people who work for Decker's Outdoor and Angel Martinez. They're all swindlers. Bonnie Baker, they're all swindlers. Joyce E. Dudley, District Attorney, they're all swindlers. Rebecca Sherrick, President of Aurora University, they're all swindlers, my family. I'm all alone, just like I was my whole childhood, Nancy and David, and Dick and Diana. All alone, just swindled out of everything. You can't unhear this, Bonnie Baker.